Sunday the 26th. Good morning. Amazing what's happening at the moment on the planet. Seems like there's a few different perspectives. One is trust the experts and the governments. They know what's best for you. Another perspective, there's something going on that we can feel and sense. We're not quite sure what it is, but it doesn't feel like it has our best interests at heart. Ultimately, we don't know. Yeah? We don't know what's best for life, for whether human beings are supposed to survive as a species. We just don't know. One of the things that I've been seeing is this idea of safety. Stay safe. So let's take a moment or two just to look at that filter and see what it brings. From that perspective of staying safe, it seems to make sense to build bigger and bigger nuclear bombs, get bigger and bigger armies, and actually spend most of the biggest budget for anything on the planet is armies. And do we feel any safer? Or how about if we have this idea of being safe in exploring love? I'm curious how that would what that would invite. Let's make agreements and commitments. And does that actually help us feel safe? And is there actually safety? I grew up in South Africa, and I didn't have a clue about what was going on in South Africa because there was no television when I grew up, and all the media was highly censored. My parents were not political, so I just thought that was how life was everywhere, until one day a huge wake up and suddenly seeing, wow, what was going on there was, broke my heart that I'd been so asleep. But the moment I started to speak about it, in those days you were called a communist, or you're just friends with the blacks, man. And I see how quickly we are to label each other, but how little actual common sense there is for just looking. I don't know how it is for anybody else, but when I go to see a doctor, I listen to what they have to say. I know that they've studied, but then I digest and I see, is this actually true for me? I do what research I can, and then I come to my own conclusions. So here we are, there's something going on. To me, it doesn't seem like a common sense approach at all. The ramifications of this way of functioning, oh man, when I look at 2/3 of the world's population are barely struggling to survive. And we have the means, I mean, to actually feed everyone, take care of everyone, but actually we're more interested in bigger armies. And so are we all participating? And it's funny even to think of that there's a someone that's participating. It's like we have this idea that there's a me that's doing my life. When I look, life seems to be functioning through conditioning, old traumas, and the sense of me is certainly not continuous. So somehow life is doing its dance like this, and our lives seem to happen within the context of our interests. So, for example, if you have an interest in alcohol, you'll know where all the bars are and where the bottle shops are. If you have an interest in health foods, you might know where there's healthy food restaurants and healthy health shops. And then the big question, do we choose our interests or do they just come and leave when they want to? So going deeper into that, who is actually living us? Or what is living us? Life is happening. Interests come and go. Some of us have developed this interest in truth or love. And even within that interest, there's all kinds of viewing through old paradigms, conditionings. Moment by moment, can we recognize that we actually don't know what's going on? We just don't know. Not in our own bodies, not in our countries, not in the world. We can get a sense of something. We can get, well, something's happening in the body and I don't feel that well. And then maybe we go to an expert or maybe we start researching and, well, what's actually going on here? What is this? There's something happening. Anyway, huge hugs and love to all. Coming back to something I've said a million times, when you lose your sense of humor, it's not very funny. So, for those who have difficulty with what I post, to me, it doesn't matter to me if you agree or disagree, or you want to call me a conspiracy theorist or whatever. If there's no resonance, please unfriend me. Ah, love and peace. Ciao for now.